Shanti. Welcome to Good Night Meditation. Today, one feels inspired to share why and how to enjoy all relationships with one Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. We see today there is a lot of insecurity in relationships, a lot of conflicts in relationships. And the reason is that we are connecting with each other in wrong consciousness. But when the correction is made at the level of the root, then all the conflicts and all the problems and insecurities in relationships get healed. So let us take a moment to experience the true self that one is, the seed from where emerges the tree of healthy, happy, and pure, perfect relationships. As the consciousness is speaking to consciousness about consciousness, and consciousness is listening through the ears. The pure self that I am is a sparkling being of light behind the eyes. A being that is embodiment of peace, embodiment of auspicious thoughts and auspicious feelings. That is the absolute truth of the soul. So first awaken that consciousness. And the moment one awakens that consciousness, one is immediately in connection with the highest, the loveliest, the wisest, the Supreme Soul, who's also the Supreme Father, Supreme Mother. He can be any relationship. For the tiny point of light that I am. And the being of light can easily, naturally experience the love, the acceptance, the respect of all relationships with one Supreme. His vision for the soul is so pure, deeply healing. Today, there is a lot of identity that is taken from roles, from labels, from masks. But when the soul enjoys all relationships with one Supreme Father, Supreme Parent, Supreme Teacher, it makes it very easy to let go of wanting security, respect, and love from bodily relationships. It is because the soul is not experiencing its own truth and the truth of all relationships with one Supreme that it looks for that security, for that love, for that respect from the relationships in the physical world. Thinking of itself as the physical body and others as the physical body, constantly living in fear of losing these relationships, either to disease, death, conflict, separation. But when the invisible but invincible star is enjoying all relationships with one Supreme Parent, deep healing takes place. One would like to share one's own personal experience. The more there is purity in relationships with one Supreme Parent, and one is identifying less and less with the roles, with the gender, with the masks and the labels that comes with the body, and identifies more and more with its original eternal truth of being a point of light. Natural transformation that takes place is seeing others also as beautiful, divine, complete, perfect points of light. So Rini as a mother can be very attached. If that is the awareness, Rini as a mother or a wife can constantly live in fear of losing what it thinks belongs to it. But as the soul becomes more and more connected with the Supreme Parent, what really opens up is the ability to see the imperishability and the immortality of the self and the others around. Not wanting anything in relationships, not wanting love or respect also in relationships, but giving love and respect. One remembers one time, daughter had come back from school and was not very happy about something that happened in school. So the very first instinct is, of course, that of a mother. So asked, how are you? And it was not exactly what Rini was expecting. The answer was coming from a place of frustration and anger. So immediately one stepped back, went into the right consciousness. And that's the beauty. It's available to us any moment we choose. So one stepped back and straight away experienced in one thought that beautiful relationship that the soul that I am has with the Supreme Soul, that of a mother and a child, where the soul that I am is the mother of the Supreme Soul, my child. And there was such beautiful connection there, that from that connection, the feeling was so clear. Accept the part of the soul as it is. It is just a part, not the truth of the being of light. Don't take sorrow from the story of the character, but see the truth of the invisible actor behind the character. And it absolutely shifted not only the perspective, but with perspective, the feelings were that of the soul has the right to play its part as it plays out. But my responsibility is to see the truth of the soul. So true responsibility comes with one would say where there's no ownership, but only responsibility of being completely detached from the role of the self and the other, and extremely loving as a soul for the other soul, towards the other soul. But that comes, that power of that purity and that selflessness in that pure love that the soul experiences for the other soul, where the other has the freedom to play their part without the judgment from me. I would say within 15 seconds, the whole atmosphere shifted. Not that one is doing that to shift the atmosphere, but it naturally shifted because in that vibrations, in that atmosphere of absolute love and no expectations, but accepting the sad part also of the soul without complaints, accepting the dialogues and the script of the character as it is, knowing the absolute truth of the soul is beyond sadness, beyond anger, beyond frustration. Just that small shift, but a huge shift at the same time, changes bondages into relationships. We are in bondage when we are living in role consciousness. I'm a mother, she's my daughter. How can she talk to the mother like this? I only mean well for her. Then I take sorrow. I wonder what's going on with her. Neither am I useful to myself, nor am I useful to the other. This is very selfish love. Because somewhere my identity as a mother is getting attacked. Not a good mother. But the moment the soul awakens, it's absolutely clear, crystal clear. There's a natural detachment in that space, no effort. And truly, from that natural detachment, one is able to stay out of taking sorrow and help other also to pull them out of sorrow by seeing shining light on their truth. And the love that you, the soul, is experiencing from the Supreme, that love is unlimited. It naturally and very easily is experienced by the other being. That they are not judged for their part. They are understood, they are accepted, they are loved, no matter what their part is like. And that is why experiencing all relationships with one, sometimes the Supreme Soul can be your child. Sometimes you can be Supreme Soul's child. That's the beauty of being bodiless as a point. Sometimes he can be the best friend, the confidant. He can also be the mother, the teacher, brother, sister. There is no limitation in enjoying different relationships with the Supreme. His love not only fulfills the soul's every need of love, every desire in an imperishable, an absolute way, but truly it's like his vision for the soul dispels all the spells of false identities on the soul. And one who's free from the spell of the false identities can see others also behind their masks and behind their false identities. And this is the greatest gift that we can give to each other. But for that, we have to be first ourselves in that pure, powerful place, which comes only from all relationships with the Supreme. That is relationship of a point with the Supreme point, which frees the soul from body conscious bondages. I hope you get to experiment with it in different relationships, whichever relationship you think is a big attachment for you. Have that relationship with the Supreme, not as the character or Rini, but as a point with the Supreme point, and enjoy that relationship with the Supreme and see how that completely transforms your relationship in this physical world. Done accurately and correctly, this is the easiest way to enjoy life of liberation in life. Om Shanti.